This weekend, Fox News landed quite a scoop about the Hillary Clinton email investigation. The headline said, new FBI files contain allegations of quid pro quo in Clinton's emails. And it included this from House Republican Jason Chaffetz, quote, "This is a flashing red light of potential criminality." The way Congressman Chaffetz told the story to Fox News was basically this. As the State Department was releasing Hillary Clinton's emails from her private server, a senior State Department official went to the FBI and asked the FBI to not mark one of those emails classified. In exchange, the State Department would do the FBI a favor and secure additional space for FBI agents posted overseas. Quid pro quo. You do this for us, we'll do this for you. At least that's what Jason Chaffetz had heard. According to the Fox News article, quote, Chaffetz has not read the new documents, but based on a briefing from staffers, Chaffetz said there are grounds for at least 4 hearings after the recess. I wonder if the hearings would be before or after he had time to read the documents. Donald Trump and Paul Ryan were among the Republicans who immediately jumped on this news as proof of a scandal. And that Fox News report has been driving headlines all day. But also today, we all got to see the documents in question for ourselves. And if the scandal was the State Department offering something to the FBI, well, it turns out the State Department never offered anything to the FBI. The FBI says it was actually one of their agents who brought up this issue of the space for FBI agents overseas, and then that FBI agent suggested to a colleague that a quid pro quo might be possible. So it's not the State Department asking the FBI for favors and offering actions in response. It's that backwards. An FBI official tells NBC News today that the FBI has now launched a serious internal investigation into its own agent, who is now retired. To be clear, that email in question, it stayed classified, just as the FBI wanted, and the State Department never gave the FBI any more space for its agents overseas.
This is very big, and frankly, it's unbelievable. What was just found out is that the Department of Justice, the State Department, and the FBI colluded, got together to make Hillary Clinton look less guilty and look a lot better than she looks. This is one of the big breaking stories of our time, in my opinion. This shows corruption at the highest level, and we can't let it happen as American citizens. So let's see how the press covers it. The press likes not to cover it because the best thing that Hillary Clinton has going is the media. Without the media, she wouldn't even be in this race. This is collusion between the FBI, Department of Justice, and the State Department to try and make Hillary Clinton look like an innocent person when she's guilty of very high crimes. So all I can say is, let's hope that our country gets a fair shake. This is a big mess.
It's a big one.
It's a big one, yes. I mean, in the sense that it is giving a lot of fodder to Republicans. But here's the bottom line. Your last point, the FBI and State Department say this gets it all wrong. There was a robust discussion about all of these emails, Chris, between the different agencies. How should they be classified? And this discussion pertained to an individual email. It was upgraded to classified, and it stayed that way. So there was never a quid pro quo. But to this point, this request came from an FBI official, and that's what that document confuses, according to both the FBI and the State Department. Let me just read you the statement from the FBI, and then we can talk about it a little bit more. The FBI says, having been previously unsuccessful in attempts to speak with the senior state official during the same conversation, the FBI official asked the State Department official, so it came from the FBI official to the State Department official, if they would address a pending unaddressed FBI request for space for additional FBI employees assigned abroad. The classification of the email was not changed, and it remains classified today. So that's sort of the crux of this. The email remained classified. At the same time, an FBI official raised during one of these discussions, can you have more FBI agents abroad? important to also understand what 302s are. They are notes that were taken by FBI officials during interviews. So is it possible that those notes were in some ways exaggerated or missed the point? It's possible. I don't want to say that's what happened in this case, but it seems to be that's the pushback that you're getting from the FBI and the State Department. The State Department says this allegation is inaccurate and does not align with the facts. They maintain that there was no discussion of a quid pro quo. But the bottom line, Donald Trump is going to speak in Wisconsin in a matter of minutes, and he is going to get out there and say that this is just another example of wrongdoing. Now, of course, the Clinton campaign also saying this whole thing is ridiculous. But, Chris, it's less than a month until Election Day, and we're still talking about Hillary Clinton's emails.
Yeah.
And I think politically that's the problem here.